Let's go. Big energy. Big energy. Big energy.
That's it.
I think that the whole Hyper vision is not only to climb the ladder of success, as the Hyper H says, and get the perfect 10 or things like that. It's much more than that.
I think Hyper encourages people to get to a new level in martial arts, sport martial arts, tricking, forms, weapons.
At first, I wasn't sure where Hyper was gonna go. I was like, yeah, it seems cool, like I'll be a part of it. Like in 2009, I was like 12.
Everything starts from the ground up. To build a good, solid building, you have to have a good, solid foundation. It's the same thing with martial arts. It's the same thing in any type of sport. You gotta have a good, basic foundation.
All of us share the same interests. We all like karate, we all do tricking.
Before Hyper was around, there wasn't really many camps for martial arts.
When I was younger, there wasn't that many tutorials, there wasn't that many instructional videos. It took me years to figure out certain things.
We have all the trainers from across the country coming into one area.
It's really cool because I'm with my friends shooting videos, taking pictures.
It's very fun because I only see them a couple times each month.
We're gonna have the police officer block off this and you can do a round off flash kick, you can do anything you want. Yeah, you can pull, you can do whatever you want.
They motivate me. Like if I see Tyler do a double cork, I'm like, oh, I gotta do a variation of it. I gotta keep it going no matter what.
1, 2, nice. 3, 4. That was amazing.
The Hyper athletes and Hyper pros, these kids are awesome. But I think the cool thing about Hyper is it has kept the martial arts essence. And some of these kids are the best in the world at what they do. The martial arts background that they have keeps them humble. I think that's the spirit of a black belt.
It's not really about us. It's about us showing people, showing them how to do a certain kick or a variation of a kick or something new.
I like teaching, and I just like sharing what I know because when I was little, I got that treatment, so I think I should give back, I guess, yeah.
Grab a pro camp packet, which has a schedule, and then grab one of these Hyper athletes. And there's pens right here, because I just like you to jot down some notes. There's obviously a lot going on this weekend. At Hyper, it's our goal to really create a unique company for martial arts athletes. So when we talk about what being a Hyper athlete is in our vision, it's really not about me, it's not about you, it's not about your trophies. It's not just about coming and doing karate or taekwondo, it's about the experience. It's about what we can do with the knowledge that we have and change these kids' lives. How we can let them become empowered and be excited. There's people from all over the world, from Minnesota, Texas, New York, that have flown here just for this camp to train with you. So I really want to give them the best camp possible. Are you ready for an awesome weekend? Yeah! So our goal always is to have fun, to get better, and to do it with great people. So everybody stand up, sir. Yeah! You want that first place?
Everyone just comes in, gets to train with us, and for 2 straight days they get our full attention.
The Hyper Camp, it's not just about the martial arts. One, I want everyone to have fun. Two, I want everybody to learn something.
Go forward with your right hand and try to focus on the left hand going backward. Some of you will not get it right now, but if you keep practicing it.
Everything we do in Hyper, we break down step by step, move by move.
My son, there were certain things he couldn't do and he didn't even want to try, but hearing from the experts here, you know, tell him if he just practices, he can be as good as them. That was the first thing. And the other thing is just skills. Certain things, I think before he would have been more discouraged. He's trying them. I mean, that's big.
These guys are way beyond the normal instructor. I mean, every person here that was helping teach was going into detail, breaking it down, and being inspirational, having like little tidbits of wisdom.
And that'll help you know when to catch it.
My son Rob, he likes weapons, all weapons, bow staff, commas, chucks, and he spends hours on the internet watching these people. Doing the double bow staff with Jackson Rudolph was absolutely the highlight. He is so excited now because we don't have double bow staff out at the tournaments on the East Coast, so he's going to be the first one to bring it to a tournament. It's going to be fun.
With bow staff especially, there's a ton of different intricacies, and there's always these little tiny details, and those are most of the time going to be the hardest to teach. But fortunately for me, it's what I love to do.
Well, I was teaching bow with Jackson. I was helping around on like hand placement, where your hands should be on the bow, how to like get more height, how to make your tricks cleaner.
Danny was helping me with my form. I traveled from New Jersey to come to this camp, and this is my first time traveling cross country. I loved it. It was pretty cool.
Now you're going to bring both your arms up at the same time. You're going to start to go over your head. You're going to bring them around your head, and you're going to strike down to your other hip.
I worked with Sammy Smith and Matt Emick on my nunchucks. It was a lot of going over the basics, which was good for me because most of the time I don't realize I'm not practicing the basics. I'm mostly practicing on my huge tricks that I'm trying to get for the competition.
And you want to keep it more controlled by holding it up at the top.
But we also learned new tricks and new fun combos, and hopefully I'll be able to take pieces of that and put that in my form someday.
Like if I teach them something, then like they won't go and sit down. They'll like keep on practicing and practicing and practicing.
I thought the kids did fantastic. There's all these different ages, all the different heights and sizes, all coming together, and it's just good vibes all the way through, learning and just trying to get better.
Just seeing them come from like nothing to getting somewhere, and like the happiness it gives them, you know, and the drive and the passion that they get through it. It's just amazing because I remember those stages, and I remember when I got my first like 180 side kick, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to do this now.
Chloe. I've seen her on YouTube videos. I met her a couple of years ago, but I never saw her actually do her kicks in person till this weekend. Just like, I don't know, they're just like so amazing.
Because sometimes people come to me and they're like, well, I'm never going to be able to do that. I give them tips, give them stretches, conditioning exercises to do. And normally I'll show how to do like the scorpion kick and things like that, and then say, right, go away, practice the stretches, the conditioning, and then go from there.
In one setting, we're teaching and everyone's synchronized and we're moving together. And then it's cool to battle and have them go out individually on their own and in front of an audience, in front of the rest of the camp, and showing off. And that helps you take it to the next level.
What I really liked at the end was the big trick, the big circle, where everyone was just going in, tricking, throwing their weapons combinations, their forms combinations, whatever their favorite move was.
Oh, the trick battles were fun. Everyone just came out and did their thing. and just had fun with it. And it's gonna drive you to be the best you can be. If you're having fun and you're motivated, you're set.
I was surprised how much improvement he made in 2 days. It's like 6 months worth of training in 2 days. It's amazing.
I mean, when you bring them down here to this camp and they see what other kids can do, they go back with like a new goal.
In 2 days, the progression has just been ridiculous. I mean, I've seen kids come in and, you know, barely know how to hold a bow staff or barely know how to do a chop punch combination. And then the hour-and-a-half time that they've been doing the seminar, they've gotten so much better, not only as athletes, but as people too.
My son is very much into Kung Fu, but HyperPro has sort of taken that and his interest to a whole nother level. The camp was great for him. He got to see, you know, the best of the best, and he got to see people like himself just starting out and everything in between, and I think that really inspired him. And we're hoping to be back next year.
It's pretty crazy to be 15 years old and to think that just because of a hobby that I picked up when I was a little kid, that now they're looking up to me just like I used to look up to the Matt Emmigs and Lauren Carneys and guys like that.
And I just love giving back to all the students because I know they feel the same passion as I do, and I see all the potential in everyone and all the talent that there is out there, and I just want them to be the best they can be.
I think Hyper portrays an awesome message that it's not just a strict training environment, like this can be a lifestyle. To be successful at anything, you have to live, eat, sleep, breathe it. And like you can gather around with several of your friends and just do tricks for several hours at a time, or practice the combinations or forms or drills together.
Train hard, never quit, don't give up. Study your videos. I mean, it's all there. Use it.
What's important to me is friendship. We got each other's backs. We support each other in everything we do. We pump each other up. We try to make each other as best as we can be, so then it makes us push each other harder to be even better than that, and it's just a continuous cycle, just trying to be better. If that makes sense at all. I'm trying to think how to word that.